Hey, cousins. So we're going to continue part two. Part two. Top 25 greatest wrestling women of all time. Did I add greatest? This is Bleacher's Report, top 25 women wrestlers of all time. You heard me go from 25 to 11. Now we're entering the hot button territory. We're entering the hot button territory. Let's get into it. Number 10, Lita. I'm going to be honest with you. Watching Lita, a lot of times I just waited for her to get beat up by the men. It took me years to really say that. Lita was at her best when the men was fucking her up. Again, Lita didn't do too much talking, hanging out with the Hardy Boys, Team Extreme, Attitude Era, staple. Okay, like, listen, her and Trish Stratus are the only two women, as if they're the only two existing in the Attitude Era. You had Terry Runnels doing her thing. All that stuff was going on at the time. Jazz is ahead of her time. Again, it was a lot going on, okay? She actually was AJ's Lee's inspiration. Do you see the aesthetic? It's not the work rate. Listen, Lita was a botch machine. It's not the work rate. It's the story behind it. History in the business, no question. When you have somebody like AJ Lee and other young girls looking up to her simply because of the way she looks, rocking, anti-girly, all of that stuff, wearing Vans and Chucks and everything, that's going to turn a girl on. Oh, I don't have to wear bows and stuff? You go look at Lita. Mass appeal, again, the aesthetic is what the girls love. So I would give her mass appeal across a certain demographic of the population. Championship resumes, not too much on that. She is number 10. Moving right along, Asuka. If you ask me, Asuka has put on some of the really good matches. NXT dominated 914 days. She left that to Ember Moon. I thought she was going to use, when she put the clown makeup on, I thought she was going to use her New Japan Kana-chan. I went back to see what Asuka was doing in New Japan. She was wrestling some big motherfuckers and getting her ass kicked, okay? Asuka's a joy to watch. Asuka's YouTube channel is what made me really enjoy her. And just, you know what? I don't know what it is about solitude. I had no idea she was a parent. I like that she's, keeps that to herself and things like that. It's always some type of solitude. Right now, Asuka is furthering her storyline on her YouTube, and I could appreciate that. Asuka right now is doing some of the best heel work because she's getting over Kairi Sane. She's giving something for Io Sky to do. She's working with her girls. I love it. I don't give a fuck about the language barrier. She knows how to emote. She speaks enough English when she needs to. She actually speaks really good English. If you go listen to her YouTube, Asuka can speak. So I don't even know what's going on the TV, but Asuka can speak English. Okay? 3 times women's champion. I think the way she came to the main roster always overshadowed when she was standing there and they were talking about what's next for the women and Ronda overshadowed her title reign. You had to have Charlotte Flair break her streak. Those things like that, I don't care for. But she was a inaugural Royal Rumble winner, 4-time tag team champion. She won the Money in the Bank at that goofy Money in the Bank when they was running through the building. We got to talk about that. I think Asuka's a joy. I have no problem with her being in the top 10. Work rate, we don't even have to discuss that. History in the business, she got enough to come up with a documentary and talk about how good she is. Mass appeal, I don't think on a mainstream US type situation, she has mass appeal. But amongst pro wrestling fans, Asuka is the bee's knees. championship. She has a lot under her belt to be a triple crown if she's not already one. I think Asuka has a lot more in the tank, and I need her to be used properly. I have no issue with her being in the top 10. Number 8, Chyna. Chyna could be higher. Work rate, please. Of course, I mean, she did what she had to do, especially with the bitches she was working with. That's why she was fucking with the men a lot. History in the business, no question. You could do a Chyna movie. I'm waiting for A24, Neon, one of them Our House Studios. Chyna movie. Get on it now. Chyna, I was drawn to her because of the way the woman looks. That's it. Big, muscular. When she went and got some of the facial surgery to kind of soften up her looks, she took off. Chyna's lore is what happened in the late stages of her life, the way Paul Levesque handled her. I enjoyed her storyline with Eddie Guerrero. It softened her up. She is the only Intercontinental Championship winner for the men. Only one time. Now the women have their own Intercontinental Championship, so that will never be broken. Jeff Jarrett did the job to her. We could always appreciate that because at the end of the day, money talks, bullshit walks. Came in with DX. Chyna's presence in DX is what got them over. Nobody can tell me nothing different. Her just standing there looking like a goddamn bodyguard protecting the men was something you don't see all the time. It was a time of avant-garde, and Chyna was the first of her kind, and no one has come close to it. Not even Rhea Ripley. So hang it up. You want to argue? Get in the comments. I've been wanting to argue with y'all for a long time. Mass appeal, please. The lore is something for movies, like I said. It's no question. Championship resumes, not too much. But Chyna's a joy. The way she went out is always sad, is always rough, and it's never going to be forgotten. Chyna needs to be in the Hall of Fame by herself. If Paul Levesque wants to redeem himself and stop trying to turn fucking Rhea Ripley into the second coming of Chyna, put Chyna in the Hall of Fame. That's it. I have no problem with her being in the top 10. I actually think she should be higher. Chyna is the reason why a lot of the women are comfortable with their muscles and comfortable with the way that they are naturally built. Number 7, Bianca Belair. I would actually put Bianca higher. And not because I like her, but because Bianca did something in 3 years that a majority of the women in this list couldn't do in their 10 years. 10, 15 years. Bianca Belair came in and stole the goddamn show. She worked under Cody Rhodes' dad, Dustin Rhodes, and obviously listened to everything he said. Work rate, please. Y'all can sit there and talk about she came out. I don't even give a fuck. Y'all got other issues and you angry about other stuff. And we could go down that road, and I'm not going to because she endured a lot of hate unnecessarily. History in the business, a very short time. What is she coming on 5, 6 years now? Please. We could talk about, and she talks about it all the time. Mark Henry saw her. She was doing CrossFit. She got in the business, and the rest is history. Mass appeal, no question. I got a Minute Maid juice box with her on it. The kids love her. The boys love her. Everyone loves Bianca, except the internet wrestling community. Championship resumes, Bianca's a bad bitch. She's nothing to argue about. She has a championship. She worked through it, but that's because she was under Vince McMahon. Now, Bianca, I don't think carried a championship under the Paul Levesque era yet. And it's been probably about 3 years now since she had a championship. Last time she held one hardcore, I'm talking about individual, was that 5-second one. Then Io Sky came in and fucked it up for her at the WrestleMania or whatever that was. She was put in a tag team to kind of help Jay get acclimated and stuff, and I'm not mad about that. And that moved into a whole nother storyline. For a long time, a lot of the women's division revolved around Bianca Belair because she got it. She got the look. She represents the company. She is the face of the company. Okay, they put her in some terrible positions, like she was down there at the Saudi Arabia. She is a quintessential company girl. Okay, Bianca Belair probably should be higher up and not number 7. That's just where I'm at with it. Also, Chyna should also be higher up. Number 6, Bayley. I think Bayley should be in top 5. I'm not even gonna hold you because Bayley is too giving, and Bayley's always overlooked. She was a part of the evolution in NXT. Bayley has been into this shit long time. She got pictures of CM Punk, AJ Lee when she was younger. Always wanted to be into this stuff. She is a Triple Crown champion, I believe. Her and Sasha Banks' friendship is stuff of lore. She is, just for the fact of who Bayley is, Pam seems like a fantastic, supportive person. I was just looking at her clip on, was it TikTok, and she was exercising. She had a Birdie B sports bra, and Nikki was like, "Oh my God, that type of stuff you don't see all the time." She's super supportive, and she's overlooked too much. And I actually think she should be in the top 5. I'm not even gonna hold you. Work rate, Bayley knows how to wrestle. History in the business, you got enough history, especially in the NXT takeover Brooklyn, that everyone has held up. And that was the starting point of the woman's evolution for most people. Mass appeal, I don't think Bayley has enough sex appeal. I'm not even going to hold you. We could debate why. I just don't think she puts herself out there like that. And that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But mass appeal, I don't think she has much of that. Championship resumes, Bayley's Hall of Fame worthy. She can go in the Hall of Fame now if she wanted to. And she's still working, and she's working right now with a new character arc, and we're going to see what happens. I actually think Bayley should be in the top 5. I'm not even going to hold you. Moving into number 5, Sasha Banks. Have no issue. If it was up to me, I would actually put Sasha in number 2. Number 2. Number 3 would be Bianca Belair for me. Chyna would be my number 1. She would be because all these girls literally are here because of Chyna. I'm just like, they're here because of Chyna. Anyway, number 5, Sasha Banks. Sasha Banks loves her craft. That's it. That alone should put you in the top 5. She loves it. Right now, she is the belt collector. She's supposed to put these promotions on the map. Everyone's very upset. Now, my thing is her presentation has took a hit since she divorced the guy that was actually making her clothes. And I guess he was doing her hair because, baby girl, those wigs and them outfits, no ma'am. Every time her music dropped, it was going to be a good time. I actually miss Sasha Banks. I do. I miss Sasha Banks. I miss what she had going on, the campy, the goofy. I miss all of it. The presentation was top notch. The wrestling. Sasha Banks had a match against not Shayna Baszler, Ronda Rousey, and made Ronda Rousey look good. Anytime you're in the match with Sasha in WWE, she made you look good and look better. Not so much in AEW. But she is right now thriving, one of the top paid women in the industry. Work rate, listen, yeah, she botches here and there, but the match is still good. History in the business, for days. Sasha could actually write a book if she wanted to. Mass appeal, absolutely. Sasha Banks, very popular in the WWE. The Boss, very popular. AEW, not so much because everybody's moaning and groaning or whatever. And that CEO thing, I'm going to be honest with you, it's not really given. The Boss, the bank statement, it gives. That CEO seemed to just be lazy pivoting into character work. Championship resumes, we don't have to discuss it. That alone puts her in the top 5. Move right along. Number 4, Rhea Ripley. Yeah, I definitely wouldn't put Rhea Ripley in my top 5. Why? Rhea Ripley is what's the word? Coddled. She's coddled. Rhea Ripley has never been sure herself like a majority of these other women. Okay? Rhea Ripley's her track to stardom did not take place until the Paul Levesque era. He has locked on to her. I feel like he is trying to make her into be the new Chyna. I feel like he is still trying Paul Levesque, still trying to make up for the way he handled this woman. But I'm gonna tell you what, Rhea Ripley does have decent matches. She had a classic with Charlotte Flair, and she had a classic with Bianca and Io. That's all I got. Those two matches is what she can hang her hat on when we're talking about history in the business. Those are the two matches I'm always going to tell people to watch. Watch those two. Her story with Dominic when she got with the Judgment Day. The Dominic story catapulted her into a more of a sexual dominatrix type character. No question. And that is what is moving and driving Rhea Ripley's star power. Okay? Because her last few reigns suck. She is always in the title picture for no reason. And if you ask me, I think it's wearing the people down. Someone is smoking all of the weed and it's blowing into my fucking window. My goodness. That is insane. Work rate. History in the business. You could write about it. You better add Paul Levesque. Mass appeal right now is no question. It's no question. I just saw her at somebody's concert getting, subliminally murdered and she was just enjoying herself. I love that she has fun. Looks like she has fun. Championship resume is being padded. The rocket is on her. She is being positioned to be the top woman in the division. But until I see her down at these big press events and these big money making moves, she's not the face of the company or the women's division. I definitely wouldn't put her in the top 5. Trish Stratus, I would put her in the top 10, but not in the top 5. Now, if we're gonna go like this, work rate, please. Trish does the best she can. Trish thing was always her looks, okay? And the big hard titties. History in the business, she could write a book. She could run a wrestling school. It's no question. I'm not even going to debate that. Mass appeal, yes. Amongst wrestling fans, Trish Stratus is the standard for a lot of you, not for me. I never cared for Trish Stratus like that. Now, when Jazz got in the ring, Jazz brought Trish Stratus to her best matches. Jazz should be on this list. She should be on this list. I would even put Jazz in my top 5 simply because, or in the top 10, because she was ahead of her time and she's always overlooked. Jazz bought Trish Stratus her best matches ever. And I will also say Mickie James. If you ask me, well, how am I supposed to know she's good? Those are the two women I would tell you to go watch her matches. But what I will say, Stratus always keeps herself looking good. She looks good in the ring late in her career now when she comes back and takes another woman's spot for nostalgia. And she gets her love. What can I say? She gets her love. Number 2, Charlotte Flair. You know what? I'm not mad about it. I'm not mad about Charlotte Flair. I'm not. I think Charlotte Flair gets a lot of hate because of her pops. The whole business is nepotism. Charlotte Flair in NXT wasn't as popular as they make it seem. Charlotte Flair had to do a lot of work in NXT. A lot of work. But it did help that her dad was who her dad was. Charlotte Flair was not supposed to be the one. It was supposed to be her brother, but he died of drug abuse and overdose. Resume padded out the wazoo. We don't even have to talk about that. Mass appeal? No. No one is running and falling over Charlotte Flair. I don't think she has mass appeal. I do not. Amongst wrestling fans, we could debate, but she's not moving merch. She's not doing those type of things. If she would lean into her heel work, Charlotte Flair probably would be higher and better than she is. History in the business, please, stuff of lore. And her work rate, we're not even going to discuss it. So I don't have a problem with her being in the top 5. Would I put her in number 2? No. Becky Lynch. She's number 1 on this list. Okay. For a long time, Becky Lynch was overlooked and not paid attention to, even as a 4-horsewoman. No one gave a fuck about Becky Lynch until that fateful day she got her nose cracked. She leaned into it like a smart girl, and the man was born. That was October on SmackDown. Never forget it. Since then, Becky Lynch has been cringeworthy and annoying. Now, I understand that she feels like she helped Bianca Belair when she came out and did that 26-second shit. I don't agree. Bianca Belair's star was born when she was in the ring with Sasha Banks at WrestleMania. She won an ESPY for that, okay? Either way, that's not what we're talking about. She got to main event WrestleMania because of Ronda Rousey. And we will never get Ronda versus Becky. That was the match. Somehow Charlotte got shoehorned in because we have to pad her career. One thing Becky Lynch knows how to do is revamp. She became Big Time Bex. She's the man. She tries to be a heel. She tries to be a face. It's a lot Becky's willing to do. Does Becky make people look good in the ring? I'm going to be completely honest with you. No, she doesn't. Becky was in a whole situation with Lyra Valkyria. It did not make Lyra look better. Bianca Belair and her going back and forth did not help Bianca. Bianca was already established from the other match. And the fact that you even agreed to that, I still side-eye you. I don't give a fuck. What is lore is her friendship with Charlotte Flair. Okay? What is lore is her man, Seth Rollins, and them fucking. But even Becky Lynch, I just wouldn't put her as number 1. I would put her in the top 10. But I don't think she's mass appeal. I don't know. The people that bought her books are wrestling fans. No one's looking for Rebecca Quinn's books in Barnes and Nobles. Work rate, I don't think Becky's that great of a wrestler. And I'm not even hating. It's cute. Now, when she was in the ring with Bianca, she tried different things and damn near took her eyes out. But that's why, Bianca eyeball almost got popped out. But she's willing to try, just like Nia Jax, who for some reason is not on this list. Mass appeal, no. History in the business, she wrote her book. Work rate, no. Championships, yes, I do appreciate Becky for going into the mid-card and trying to elevate that championship. But again, it's the story and who's behind you. Her championship is the most important one on the goddamn shows. But it's the secondary title. That shows you who they are willing to prop up. No, I don't think Becky Lynch should be number 1. And if you ask me, my number 1 would be Chyna. My number 1 would be Chyna. My number 2 would be Sasha Banks. My number 3 would be Bianca. 4 would be Io Sky. 5 would be Bayley. I would put Jazz in the top 10. What happened to Victoria, Melina, all those girls that just don't get enough shine, but their matches were good. And they played pivotal roles. But this is all subjective. Get in the comments. Tell me your top 5. Do your Thug Thizzle.